Mama Jnana-timirandasya Yananjana Shalakaya Tatsaramilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhu Bhayavacha Patitanam Bhavanebhyo Vaishnavibhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaur Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. And yesterday when we were in Madurai, we heard from the devotee there. He was telling us about Rameshvaram, how there are some 32 wells there in the temple compound. And he said the water in each of the well comes from different holy places around Varsha. And so many devotees often come, they'll take the bath at each well. And they have one man, he has the bucket, and he takes a bucket of water out of the well and pours it over everyone. You can get 32 baths in the course of your visit to this temple of Rameshvaram. So that's why we were told yesterday it's good to bring change of clothes with you, because certain places they won't let you in with wet clothes. It was 22. Oh, not 32, 22. Anyway, it's a good number, baths, And they told me actually the water in the well is very shallow. It's not very much, but somehow there's always that little bit of water there, and there's always enough for them to take the water out and pour it over everyone. By the mystic potency of the Lord, somehow the wells never run dry. So this is one feature, common feature. I remember Ananda-Jula, we went there before to Rameshvaram, right? He came with a real cold, he caught a cold from taking so many baths. So you have to be ready. You want to be in good health. You want to have a change of dress also, if you plan to take the bath there at each of the wells. So I was speaking about how there's always a conflict between the worship of Lord Shiva and the worship of Lord Rama. And like Ramanuja Sampradaya, they're meant to worship Lakshmi Narayan, and they're meant to worship also Sitaram. But often they worship they worship Lord Nrsimha is very popular in the Sri Sampradaya. In a short while will be Nrsimha Chaturasi, and the Sri Vaishnavas always celebrate the worship of Lord Nrsimha in grandstand. Of course you know Lord Nrsimha is Vishnu avatar. We establish Lord Krishna as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and then Vishnu is his expansion. And we base that on evidence from the scriptures, Iti Chamsa Kalapamsa Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. That Lord Krishna is the Bhagavan Swayam. He's the original Supreme Personality of Godhead. Lord Vishnu is Purusha Avatar. And there are three Vishnus, of course. Karanagakashaya Vishnu, Garbhodakashaya Vishnu, and Shirodakashaya Vishnu. So they're all Lord Vishnu and performing different functions in the process of universal creation. So Lord Ramachandra playing the part of an ordinary person because Lord Ravana had the benediction that he could not be killed by any demigod, or he could not be killed by any supreme being. So Lord Rama, the Lord, took the part of an ordinary person. Ravana was so proud, he thought an ordinary person could never defeat me. So that's one reason why Lord Ramachandra comes as an ordinary, like an ordinary person. And in his role, he experiences all of the different difficulties which are there in the course of life. He accepts a wife, and then of course he had the difficulty of being separated from his wife, and he wants to regain his wife. So in this way he came to Rameshvaram, and he's ready to go over to Lanka to get back Mother Sita. Hanuman had already located Mother Sita, but she wanted her husband to come and reclaim her. So Lord Rama came with his army, and this is the Rameshvaram. This is the place where he marched across to Lanka. So we're going to bathe in the sea. We'll bathe in the sea. You know, if you don't bathe in the temple or the wells, you can always bathe in the sea. You get the benefit of all the waters there in the ocean. So we'll be going there. Lord Chaitanya went to the sea and bathed in the sea there. So we'll be going there today and take a bath in the sea. The worship of Lord Rama is very popular. Prabhupada himself didn't worry about it too much, but in London, the Gujarati community there, they requested Srila Prabhupada. When the Bhaktivedanta Manor was donated, they requested that we should have Lord Ramachandra there. And similarly in the Mumbai Juhu temple, in Juhu, when they were planning the temple there, Prabhupada agreed we can put Lord Rama there because it's very popular among the Indian community. They like very much this idea, this Maryada avatar, that he's very strict in following the etiquette. He does whatever his father says. One day the father says, I want you to become king. He said, yes, father. Next day the father said, I want you to go to the forest and live in the forest for 12 years. I said, yes, father, whatever is your desire. So this is Lord Ramachandra's mood. He's very strict in following the etiquette. And of course he vowed only one wife, Eka Patni Vrat. Now we hear in how in the past there were kings with many wives. We know Lord Krishna had 16,108 wives. And similarly Maharaj Dathara, he also had many wives. He had 365 wives, as well as 3 principal wives. And there were many kings, and they often had many wives. But Lord Ramachandra, he is so strict, he wants to show the example, only one wife. And when there was criticism of her, then he also said, send her to Valmiki's ashram, let her go and stay there. So he was so strict in following everything, doing everything in the proper manner. So people like very much this high regard for morality, moral principles. It was very nice. Of course, the worship of Lord Ram was also appreciated by Lord Shiva. When Mother Durga was going to chant Vishnu Sahasranam, Lord Shiva told her, Rame Rame Namo Rame Sahasranama Vistuyam Sri Ramanama Varani. Yes, very famous sloka that Lord Shiva is telling Durga, you don't need to chant the 1,000 names of Lord Vishnu, just chant the holy name of Lord Ram. So 1,000 names of Lord Vishnu is equal to the chanting of one name of Lord Ramachandra. So the holy name of Lord Ram is so powerful. And this was explained by Lord Shiva to his good wife. And when they were building the bridge, it said they wrote the name of Lord Ram on all of the bricks. And that's how they got the potency to float on the sea. Because they were all, the holy name of Lord Ram was covering there. So Hanuman, he helped so much in the service of Lord Ramachandra. He was so devoted to Lord Ramachandra. But the interesting thing is that Hanuman himself did not go back to Godhead. When Lord Ramachandra was departing, when he was leaving this world at the Sarayu, in the Sarayu river near to Ayodhya, he entered in the Sarayu river with all of his followers, but he told Hanuman, you stay here, you don't go, you should stay here. And wherever there is Ramakatha, you go there. So Hanuman is residing there, Kimpurusha Loka. He has his residence near to Mount Meru, and Hanuman resides there with other Vamanas. And whenever there's Ramakatha, Hanuman will come. He's eager to hear the Katha, glorifying Lord Ramachandra. So that's one of the interesting features. It may feel harsh, but actually wherever there is the glorification of Lord Rama, then that is none different from the spiritual world. Lord Ramachandra has his place, Ayodhya, in the Vaikuntha planets. It's there. There's one place there for the devotees of Lord Ramachandra. And when Gopkumar had gone there, he heard about all these different places. So we're also devoted to Lord Rama. There was argument one time between two devotees that when we chant Hare Rama, is this Lord Ramachandra or is this Balarama? So the two devotees argued and finally it came to Srila Prabhupada. And he said, Srila Prabhupada, when we chant the name of Lord Rama and the Mahamantra, isn't this Lord Balaram? And Prabhupada said, yes, you're right. And then the other devotee said, Prabhupada, when we chant the holy name of Lord Ram, isn't this Lord Ramachandra? And Prabhupada said, yes, you're also right. So the devotees were a bit surprised, thought we're both right. And Prabhupada said, yes, the holy name of Lord Ram is there. And Lord Ramachandra, it can be also Lord Balarama. And later on, Jiva Goswami explained that Lord Rama also means when we chant Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, but this also is referring to Lord Krishna, because Lord Krishna is the one who gives pleasure to everyone. Ram is the reservoir of all pleasure. So Lord Krishna is also the reservoir of all pleasure. So it depends on the mood of the devotee. If you want to worship Lord Ram, you can do it by chanting the Mahamantra. You want to worship Lord Krishna, you can do it. Chant the same mantra. No difference. So Lord Ramachandra, we understand Lord Ramachandra to be one of the expansions of the Supreme Lord. That he's coming from the Supreme Lord. The Supreme Lord is Lord Krishna. Lord Krishna expands himself as Balarama. Balarama expands as Sankarshan. From Sankarshan you have the Chaturvyuha. And then from Chaturvyuha you get the different avatars which come in this world. One of which is Lord Ramachandra. So we also worship Lord Ramachandra. We offer our respects to Lord Ramachandra. His pastimes are very glorious and very inspiring for all the devotees. So we have come here today to remember the glories of Lord Ramachandra and also to remember that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also visited here. Hare Krishna.